Hi. So I'm a mom with a son that's in virtual school, and like most students in America, they've gone to like some amount of virtual learning, like with Google Classrooms. And I'm just curious. I'm sure I'm not the only parent that feels this way, but how would you feel if someone like your school's teachers, principals, secretaries, or anybody who had access to your child's Google Classroom also had Google or access to your personal devices like your cell phone, your personal computer, anywhere that your child had to sign into Google Classroom on, and they could remotely locate you at any time, down to right where you're at, to ring your device even, just like, what if they had access to your device just like you have access to your device? Like, say you lost your device, say, let's find it. So they could find it. They can even remotely erase your devices, your cell phone, computer, whatever, Google accounts, and lock your phone, remotely lock your phone. And all without most people's knowledge, because I'll tell you what, I didn't know anything about it till by accident today. My son, his school given computer, the camera broke or was glitching out. He was kind of taking advantage of that a little bit, and so watching, sneaking off and watching a YouTube video while the teachers are in class, and so I was like not having that. And he's 13, goes to a Christian school, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but at no point did anyone ever tell me that, oh, hey, did you know I could just find you at any time, right down to where you're at? Because nobody told me they had access to all my devices that my son signed into, and my personal cell phone, my personal things. I use Google Classroom for very personal documents, Google Drive, Google Meets, everything that is Google, and which I'm an Android user. I use Google exclusively for myself, and I'm a pretty private person as it is. I don't really like sharing, much information, and especially like my browsing history or whatever kind of videos I'm watching, or every keystroke on my phone. So, or my child's for that matter. And so anyway, so I was looking for the settings. I was having him show me around, and he's like, and it says, find devices, or do you want to see your devices, or devices, whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, go there. And he goes, look, Mom, they even have your cell phone. And it did. He even said what internet I was connected to, the percentage, my phone, my battery percentage, and even, just basically everything I would have access to on my own personal phone. And so I said, yeah, click on that. Go to find device. And so my heart starts pounding, and I see my address sitting, I'm like, right there. And I'm going, no way, this isn't happening, right? And then it says ring your device. So guess what? I ring the device. And then it says remote erase or remote lock, and I'm going, no way is this happening. And so my heart starts, pounding. I got all these floods of feelings, thinking, oh my God, Bill Gates set up this whole COVID thing just so every child in America could be on this, Google Classroom, and, except for the ones smart enough to homeschool their own kids, and I never say, I'm not saying anybody access my phone or any of those things, but I, why wouldn't they? I mean, like, if I had access to all your information and I didn't know you, and I was teaching your kid, and your kid might have some issues at school, I might be peeking to see what's going on in your life. I might, I'm just, I'm not that I'm nosy, but, I do want to protect kids. I'm not saying, my son has, and I've been very blessed to have the best, teachers, teaching my son, because he goes to Christian school, and I loved his Bible teacher this year. She just left us, but it's so sad. But nevertheless, I trust them with his Christian, teachings, and bringing up, what I try to enforce at home. But, to the point where, I felt so violated just for the fact that they even have access to this. And Google, they're collecting all of this data on us, our kids, and everybody. And I cannot believe nobody's not having a fit about it. The school secretary, the principal. I mean, there's all kinds of people that have access to my son's records, and what is going on? And now my devices, they can remotely erase my device. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine what Google's setting our kids up for? I mean, they're already catering to my sons, they're trying to get him all kinds of hooked on all kinds of stuff, ads, free app pop-ups, and it's insane to me. And I mean, that's only this is only the tip of the iceberg about what's really going on in this world, and it's insane. And, I'm not going to go into that much detail more than this, and I'm sure there's 1,000 other things I wanted to say, but I have the actual video of when this happened. I just pulled out my phone because, I was in shock, and I'm a little worked up about it because I cannot believe we're not having, and all these people are not kicking Google out of our children's lives and our lives. As far as this, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't go to the restroom in front of my phone. I don't know how much they have access to, but nevertheless, to know where my kids are at all times, to know where I'm at all times, to where I live, to, the personal things I do, to personal documents I write, to the things that I, personally access, or my son personally access, that's absolutely unacceptable to me. And I just can't believe any parent is not absolutely having a fit that hasn't discovered this. And this is January 2021, and I'm just now finding this out. And he's had that computer for some time, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what did he look up? What did he, he's 13, what did I look up? Gosh, what the things that what is going on, world? What are we allowing as parents to our kids in virtual school? And we trust these people, and I trust them. I don't think that any of them are weird or, anything like that. But, he's going into high school next year. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way. This is unbelievable. And to know where we're at, my kids are at, what device he's on. It even said, right on the little apps where your device is, how long ago my personal phone was on Google. And he only used my phone one time, when we had to be in Sacramento for his Google Meets. That was it. All the documents, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't even times how I had to write papers or letters and, personal things, for certain things in my life. And once or twice, I know it was sent through his Google Drive, to one of my emails or something like that. And I'm thinking, oh my God, and even I have my own Google Classroom through the school, with them, so I can access all his stuff. And I can access the history. I can access when anybody was on it. I can't, or anything like that. Only they can, because it's restricted. I can't look into, the Google history. I can't do any of those things, but they have access to all of that, and I don't. And that's, God, Lord Almighty, let Jesus come, because we're in a war, hunt, and people, you gotta know, we gotta start fighting for these kids, because if we don't, who is? Because Google's not, and the teachers, they're not going, hey, did you know I have this, and I can get this, and I know exactly where you're at, and, if you're playing hooky, I'm gonna know. So, yeah, gosh, let's let God win on this one, and let's protect those kids from this, because this is insane. So I'm going to play the actual video for you guys, and leave your comments, whatever, below, and just tell me what you think. Is it just me, or am I crazy? Am I overreacting? Yeah. Bye. Let God win. Hello, people. Anybody who has children or child or any students on Google Classroom. How do I go back? Okay. Did you know that if your child has ever, device located, it says, if your child is ever signed into any of your devices, or into their Google Classroom through any of your devices, and signed into their Google Classroom account or Google Meets or any Google account on your device for virtual school, Google Meets, Google Classroom, that you can go into, the school has full access to all your devices, that the child is signed into.
Your Google account is signed into.
Yes, that your child's Google account is signed into through Google Classroom or any of the Google products, and see every computer device that's been signed into, including my own personal phone, which the school has full access to. They can go for more details even on the Google account. And this is from my son's child Google account Classroom on his Chromebook from school. This is only from his school book. Okay, and you can go to Find Device. It tells you exactly where I'm at. You can play the sound. You can secure the device, lock device, sign out of my Google account. You can display a message, and you can also erase the device. And it will tell you exactly. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if it'll do this. So we're going to go play some. Okay, which my son's, all his school teachers, I mean everybody, even the school secretary can access the devices from anything that your son's ever or your child has ever just stop recording? No, just my camera just closed because I wasn't using it. That's all. So that your child is Google Slides, any device again.
Because you have those two open.
Oh, here. Let's see where it said. Where's it say I'm at? Let's see. Where am I at? Where does it say?
Exit out of that one.
Oh, exit out of this one? Which one? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
It's right here. Oh, yeah. Tells my exact location, exactly where I'm at, where my house is, everything, where my phone's at all times, 24 hours a day. Period.
59%, which is...
Oh, yeah, that I have 59% with my internet, what I'm plugged into. It can even erase my device.
And change your name.
And change my name, everything. Yep, everything. And all the teachers, even the secretary, have access, the principals, everybody has access to this. If your child uses virtual school or uses your school computer, Google Meets, any device, your school has access. The school has access to it all. Can you believe this? This is unbelievable to me. If you didn't know, I hope you know now.